So when we look back at what we did, or actually to what we have been doing, it's really, really difficult to simplify that, you know, to put it in a single sentence, or to make it really, really clear and simple. And maybe the best way is to talk a little bit about what we have been doing. And for example, last year, a few months ago, we were in Brazil, understanding the relationship or the relations between people and money. How do people perceive money, and how do people understand banks? What's their opinion on banks? And we took that research, and you know, by talking to them and observing them, and transformed that into insights that helped us, together with our partners in Brazil, to design a new platform where actually people can manage their investments in a real and simple way, and also to help them save more money for the future. Another totally different thing now was we were challenged by some of the brightest minds in our startup scene here in Portugal to create and to come up with a new naming for their company, and we ended up landing a great piece of naming for them. They are actually called Landing, and also a really cool brand voice. Another project was we actually did in Berlin, was for a company called Mimi Hearing Technologies. These guys are amazing. They are just taking the medical, you know, they are in the intersection between medical products and wearables, and they are trying to transfer the technology from the hearing aids and transferring that to our mobile phones so that everybody can listen better. We took the first month of research and we did a really cool branding work that actually gives the user the feeling that it is actually being listened to. So if we talk to the brand, if we talk to the product reacts and gives the user a sign that it's being listened to. So another really cool thing that we did, and we can brag about it, is that we are probably the first strategic design consultancy in the world who's actually venturing a fish shop. Yes, we are proud partners of a fish shop here in Lisbon.
Also, we've been working with an upcoming internet cloud platform where we validated, design a new digital concept where memories can be stored, sealed, and relived in the future. Also, we've been significantly changing the way how a consultancy, environmental consultancy business is managing their innovation projects. And more recently, we work with a hospital to better understand how people feel and perceive time when they are waiting on the waiting rooms, so that we can create a new waiting experience for them.
So after all of this, it becomes really easy to understand why it is so difficult for us to put it in a 1-minute pitch. So fortunately, TED gave us 15 minutes. Thank you so much. Going back again, I'm Rui, I'm 35. I'm a designer, or a brand designer, or a strategic designer. I had the most terrible experience while working for IDEO a few years ago, and actually that changed my life. So thank you, IDEO. And when I got back, I came to Lisbon and I founded 3 companies. So I'm really proud of that. We're still small and still, you know, we are on our own pace, but I'm really proud of that.
And I'm Tiago, 32, also a designer and surf instructor. And after traveling and working for an Australian digital company, I decided to settle in Lisbon and co-found with company. And it has been what we have been doing since then. And we share a few other things. We both share a great passion for design. We both love Benfica.
It's playing at this time as the biggest club in the world.
And we studied together design thinking at the D.school in Berlin 5 to 6 years ago. And since then, we've been using the same shirts. So we started the day today only on the afternoon, and we interviewed Sofia. She's a food engineer, and she gave a lot of information about quality and food safety. And then we started to restructure our stakeholder map. We are putting more information that we've been collecting so far, and we'll be now starting to cluster.
Okay, that was us. Okay, so that was 4 years ago, and we were back from a design thinking course in Berlin, and we wanted to see if it worked. We wanted to see if this thing called design thinking really worked in a real environment, putting us to work with real companies. So we decided, and we went fishing for ideas. So this is the name of the project. Actually, the video is in that link. So we create a documentation blog for each project we do with each client. We map all of the things from day one until the end. So that video was part of that project at that time. Okay, and this project was for a wholesale company. So these guys work in the fishing industry, and they spent, about 10 years going down. So they were in bad shape. Their needs were not branding project at that time, or was not AdWords or guerrilla marketing or a new website. Actually, they needed, it was so much deeper than that. Like they really need someone or to help them. Someone who could sit with them and talk with them. So they needed help and someone who could listen and someone who could understand them and someone who could care about all of the things they did and someone who could actually know about all the aspects of their business. And
so this is what we achieved after only 3 months. So working closely together with them, we managed to optimize some of the process related with management and communication. We managed also to open and identify new channels for them to distribute and sell their products, so fresh fish. And we also helped them reduce 3/3 of their debt by providing them business and negotiation tools that allow them to improve the negotiation and control over the business. And since then, they have been having this steady growth for the last 4 years. And from all of this, we've learned...
Let's go to the first one, that design thinking works, as a great motivation tool. At the beginning, it gives the company a boost, they identify new ways of working, and it's really interesting for them to get that innovation book. It provokes innovation in a way. The second thing is that it's more about the mindset than actually the methodology. Like if you know about design thinking, you know that it's a series of steps, 5 steps or 6 steps or 7 steps, but it's much more about what you have in here. If you believe it or not, if you believe that you are able to work in a different way to achieve different results and better results. And the third thing that we learned from this project was that culture is defined by the conditions. So actually what we're saying here is that culture is in the middle of mindset and conditions. So it doesn't matter what you think, or it matters what you think if you are able to do what you think. And in order for you to be able to do what you think, you need the conditions to provoke that, to produce that endpoint. So, and the fourth, we have another thing that we learned. While we are solving our clients' problems, we are actually designing our conditions for great design. So how do we create these conditions for the results to show up, okay? So we do it in the way we choose our people. So this is Tiago, that's me, that's Inês, that's Francisco, that's Juliana, that's Matilde, and we have other people on board at this moment, like João or like Raquel. Okay, we do it in the way, and actually I don't know if you noticed in the other picture that we were all different. We are not the same. We are not looking for people in our company that look like us. Everybody's different, everybody has an opinion, everybody thinks in a different way, and that's really cool and we like that. So another thing is teams, the way we set our teams. Multidisciplinary, we all heard about this. We have anthropologists and psychologists and designers and strategists. Okay, we have all of that, but you also have a mixture between juniors and senior people in the team. We have more people with more experience and people who can bring what's up. And these guys, actually these 2 guys, are our client. So it was not by chance that our company is called With Company, because we design with them and not for them. So some of our clients are actually super involved in the project from day 0 until the end. Some of them are only a few parts, but most of them are actually in the project group working with us until the end.
And we do it also in the way that we define the roles. So every time we start a project, or even during the project, we tend to change the roles that each person that it's within the team can carry. So we have the documenter, we have the ground to the earth, so that person that kind of pushes and keep us in control of what we have to achieve at the end, and also someone that sometimes is just controlling also the time. So these are important aspects that we keep in mind, and we tend to also to rotate within and during the projects. We also do it in the way we go together. So from day one until delivery, we set the team, and the same persons that are delivering the final result to the clients are the very same ones that initiated. So this is a little bit different from some of the most traditional models, but it's a model that we believe that brings greater outcomes and also helps people to grow and develop.
Like imagine like a normal company. Normally you have the person who's establishing the contact with the client, then you have the strategist, then you have the designer, then you have the guy who does the programming in the end. What we do is that we take them all together to the beginning, and we all start together and we go together till the end of the project. So everybody knows about what's being done. Okay, so we do it in the way we find our balance, and this means, you know, we have this mixture between chaos. Sometimes it feels chaotic, the process feels chaotic, the way we work feels chaotic, but we also try to find a lot of organization. During the day, we establish goals for the day, goals for the week, goals for the project itself, so we have to find this balance. But if we feel that we have a really interesting stream for research that it's not, you know, on the topic, we still go there and we explore so that we can find interesting stuff. Timing. So we do it in the way we establish the timing. So for us, creativity needs time. So normally our projects are not for tomorrow. They're actually, the projects take between 2 and 6 months. So we really like to take time and to think about things and to talk to people and to understand them and then to synthesize all of that information. And we really need time to get to the end with really cool ideas.
And we do it in the way we manage motivation. So this means not trying to not push people into the limits of their capabilities, but actually provide them the necessary comfort so that they can be at their best when working on projects. This also means that we try to variate the number of projects that they are engaged at the same time, not going for more than 2, so allowing them to kind of break a little bit some of the routines that sometimes projects can create, and in that way they are able to bring new perspectives and make new connections to what they are and have been doing. And we also do it in the way we play. And this can be by playing ninjas, like warm-ups, when we feel that our energy is a little bit low. It's by constantly throwing bad jokes. It works as well, but mostly it's by taking fun seriously, something that we have been learning, and also we keep learning in terms of how to keep on our daily basis and the way we work together.
Have you guys played Ninja? Who's played Ninja? Yeah, that's cool.
And we do it also in the way we share. So like today, we are here, but also frequently we are inviting people to come to our office. We do small events like flash sessions, and sometimes we invite people also to lunch. And this is a way to bring curious and interesting people that they can share also their experience with us.
So our conditions depend a lot on space, because we say this a lot, like space is kind of a reflection of how we want our ideas to be. If we want creative ideas, if we want to get to different paths, if we want to create different solutions, the space should allow us to do that. I should be able to write on the floor if I want. Like if you go to our space, we are really able to create everywhere and to explore everywhere, and we have materials for prototyping and to build something really quick and to test something really quick.
And we do it in the way that we nurture each other by establishing open communications. We have frequently and daily check-ins and check-outs at the beginning of the day, at the end of the day, to kind of give feedback as well to each other. So creating this feedback culture is something extremely important. And we do it in the way we provide attitude. And we take this really literally, like for us, we really believe that doing is bigger than talking. That's why we also try to find time to work on our own projects. And we are currently putting time to reinvent how can we create brands.
Okay, and we do it in the way we set responsibility. So this is Francisco, and Francisco is a junior. Like he's a young guy, and this is a presentation to a client. So he's presenting the work he did in those first months. So he's there. It's not me, it's not Tiago, they're there. They have a stage where they can grow, where they can present the work that they actually did. So, and today this is our stage. At TED, and every day, you know, our stage, it's with company. With company is our stage. So, and these were, you know, what we showed now, the conditions for significantly different design. Thank you so much.
Thank you.